Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the honors to the apostles of GMS Ruel, and such out there to the elect. Now today I'm going to prove to you that John 3:16 is a racist scripture, okay? And it's not referring to the whole world, but referring to the world of Israel, okay? And I'm going to prove to you that it's referring to the whole world of Israel, all right? Whether you believe it or not, okay? Whether you accept it or not. He who have ears, let him hear, all right? Not physical ears, but spiritual ears, all right? I'm going to read John 3:16, and it reads, "For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Okay? Now, a lot of people love to be simple and say, oh, it's talking about the whole world. Well, no, it's not talking about the whole world, all right? Especially the Christians, all right? They think this is talking about the whole world, all right? It's not talking about the whole world, okay? Because John 3:16 was written in the Greek, okay? So you have to go into the Greek and look at certain definitions, all right? Because certain definitions may not mean what you think they mean, okay? That's being simple, okay? The word world in the Greek is cosmos, okay? But before I bring out the definition of cosmos, I'm going to show you that the world that John 3:16 is talk about the world of Israel, okay? I'm going to bring out Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye should not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." Okay? It didn't say, "But the world shall be saved in the Lord." It said, "But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation." All right? Salvation, what does that mean? Salvation is only for the nation of Israel. All right? It's not for the whole world, okay? "Ye should not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." That's right. The world of the nation of Israel is a world, man. The people of Israel, we're a world, okay? We're a world that's never gonna end, okay? Because we're gonna rule with Yahweh Shai, with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in the kingdom, man. And our kingdom is gonna be an everlasting kingdom, okay? Which is why it says that we're a world without end, okay? Israel is a world without end, all right? There's never going to be an end to us, okay? It's not talking about the whole world, okay? Because if it was talking about the whole world, none of these other nations would be worshiping their false gods, okay? And what's the first commandment that the Lord gave to the nation of Israel, all right? He didn't give to the whole world, but to the children of Israel. "Thou shalt have no other God before me," okay? So why are these other nations worshiping these other gods instead of worshiping Yahweh Shai, man? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. If Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai promised salvation, what do you think these other nations would start worshiping Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and seek for seek for salvation? No, all right. Which proves it's not talking about the whole world, all right, and which proves that salvation is only for Israel, man, all right, and proves that the Lord is a racist, man, okay, and He don't love everybody, man. He chose one people to be His people, and that's the people of Israel, man, okay. It's not talking about the whole world, okay. Now we're gonna look at the definition of world in the Greek, okay? And the definition of world in the Greek, all right, is cosmos, okay? Now, what's the definition of cosmos? All right, it reads an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, or government, okay? Now, we're going to go a little bit deeper, okay? We're going to start off with the first definition that it said. It said apt, okay? This is the word definition of apt in the dictionary.com, okay? It says inclined, disposed, given, prone. Likely, unusually intelligent, able to learn quickly and easily, suited to the purpose or occasion, appropriate. Archaic, prepared, ready, willing. Okay? Who's that nation that's prepared for the Lord? Who's that nation that's ready? Or who's that nation that the Lord prepared unto Himself? The nation of Israel. Okay? The next definition, all right, is harmonious, okay? It says marked by agreement in feeling, attitude, or action, forming a pleasingly consistent whole, congruous, all right? Pleasant to the ear, tuneful melodies, okay? we're that forming, pleasingly consistent whole. All right, the nation of Israel is that consistent whole that the Lord chose, man. We're that harmonious, consistent whole, the nation of Israel. All right, it's not talking about the whole world, because I showed you in Isaiah 45 verse 17 that the nation of Israel shall not be ashamed. All right, roughly paraphrasing. All right, that ye should not be ashamed. All right, that Israel shall be saved with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. Israel is that world. It's not talking about the whole world, because salvation wasn't promised to the whole world. It was promised to the Israelites. Okay? The next definition, all right, is constitution, a body of fundamental principles or established proceedings according to which a state or other organization is acknowledged to be governed. To composition of something, okay? We're that body of fundamental principles, okay? We're that body that's acknowledged to be governed, okay? Governed by who? Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, okay? We're that state, man. All right? We're that governed body, all right? That we're that harmonious governed body, okay? We're that constitution, we're that people, the nation of Israel, all right? Because we're going to be governed by who? Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man, in the kingdom, man, all right? That's when the whole nation of Israel is going to be one with our power, man, okay? We're going to be governed, all right, in the kingdom, all right? The next definition is order, all right? An arrangement or disposition of people or things in relation to each other according to a particular sequence, pattern, or method, okay? Again, the nation of Israel is that arrangement of people, okay? We're that sequence, we're that pattern, man, all right? The nation of Israel is that arrangement of people that's going to be governed by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai in the kingdom, man. We're that people that was promised salvation. Salvation is not for the whole world. Okay? Last definition, government. The governing body of a nation, state, or community. Again, the nation of Israel is that governing body. We're that nation, all right? We're that state. We're that community, the nation of Israel, okay? Going back to John 3:16, okay? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. That world that is talking about the nation of Israel, okay? Salakia. Salakia, give me 1 minute. I'm at work, but... Wait 1 second. Fucking Satan over here. Ah, what you doing? So-called Jews. Hi.
So I'm a visitor. I don't visit at the hotel, and I'm staying in this parking lot over here.
Okay, so you guys parked in the wrong parking lot?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me... Stay right here, stay right here. Look at this. Speak of the devil. So cold, you. Nah. Just on your way out, there's gonna be a... You see it, you're gonna see it. Yeah, just put it in the...
The token thing?
Yeah, the token.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Salakia, man. Has Satan come. It was a so-called Jew, but anyways, like I was saying, all right, John 3:16, all right, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Okay, who did Yahweh Salakia, who did Yahweh Shai die for, man? The nation of Israel, all right? Yahweh put the sins of Israel on Yahweh Shai, man. He was that lamb, all right? And all the sins of Israel were put on Yahweh Shai, man. All right? And Yahweh Shai also, he also died for his sins that he was when he was King Solomon. Okay? Because what did King Solomon do? He builded altars for his concubines, all right, that he had. All right? He died for his past sins, he died for the nation of Israel, and he died for the elect of Israel, okay? Those are the people that were promised salvation. Those were the people that were promised everlasting life, all right? Those are the only people who can call upon the name of the Lord, all right? Because the name of the Lord wasn't given to all nations, man. The name of the Lord was exclusively given to the nation of Israel, okay? Because what did when Moses was getting when the Lord was getting Moses ready to save the children of Israel out of Egypt, what did Moses say to the Most High? Roughly paraphrasing, if they ask by what power have sent you here, roughly paraphrasing, you guys gotta look it up, but basically saying, Moses was telling Most High, what name should I say to them that brought me here, all right? And Most High said, I am that I am. Okay, he exists, man. Yahweh, all right. The name was given to the nation of Israel, man. All right, it wasn't given to the whole world. Okay, and salvation was only promised to the nation of Israel. Okay. Like I read in Isaiah 45, verse 17. Okay? So what does this mean? John 3:16 is not talking about the whole world, all right? John 3:16 is not talking about salvation for the whole world, all right? John 3:16 is talking about the world of Israel, and John 3:16 is talking about that Israel shall be saved with an everlasting life, okay? Roughly paraphrasing, all right? We're the only people that have everlasting life, all right? The nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called natives. You biblical Israelites, okay? You are the people of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, okay? All right? For he who have ears, let him hear, all right? If you can understand it. But with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.